We're going to get into a new segment here. We're going to be doing NBA DraftKings. The reason I want to do that is because DraftKings is an everyday thing, so it's not like the NBA football or the NFL football where we can just talk about it weekly and get you or like the ESPN kind of fantasy wise. So what I want to do is kind of give you three people to look at for each position for me personally, and then I'll let Christian talk about it. And the reason I want to do that is to let you guys really just get an idea who you could look at on a weekly basis for cheap players. So the people that immediately stand out to me for point guards is Mike Conley, John Morant, and Derrick Rose. They've all been putting up really good numbers this year, and they're all around $5,000 each on DraftKings. Shooting guard would probably be Evan Fournier, Malik Monk, and Buddy Hield. All three of them, again, putting up really good numbers, and everybody on this list is probably going to top out at about $6. So that's what I'm really looking forward to building this team, because you got to have a low number of people like that. So the other people, small forwards, Aaron Gordon, and both Bogdanoviches. Just either one of the Bogdanoviches. If you accidentally click on the wrong one right now, you'll be okay because they're both playing pretty good. Power forward Kyle Kuzma is cheap, playing pretty decent. He gets pretty good numbers when the stars are off the court, so he's been averaging pretty. Jaren Jackson Jr. I talked about how I like that young player in Memphis. Seems to be one of the key parts of it. And then the other ones are Brandon Clark and Rui Hachimura. Both of them are on the cheaper side of things, so if you got to get somebody on a real low salary, those are going to be the guys you want to get in that situation personally. That's who I would take. And then we're going to talk about centers real quick, and I got Thomas Bryant, Cody Zeller, and Dwight Howard. All three guys putting up really good numbers. All three guys got super cheap salaries. I think those are the three guys personally. If I was to take anybody, I would take all three of them and put them in utility position to how cheap they are. What do you got on that side of things?
When you look at the game tonight between Utah and Memphis, the two guys that really stick out to me, if you're going to play Showdown or Classic or whatever, and they're a little bit lower, about mid-range players, and I think these guys would be great for your captain's spots because they get good enough points. And if you put that by 1.5 with the salary, they're pretty good. And you could go either way on this. And you could honestly play both of them in your lineup, with one of them being the captain, and that's Jay Crowder and Kyle Anderson for both these guys. Crowder from Memphis has been pretty decent. He's averaging 24 points per game when it comes to DraftKings, 24 points DraftKings wise. And Kyle Anderson's averaging about 19-20. So you see both of those, you get that, times 1.5 for a captain spot and getting those other guys in. They're only sitting about at 7,800, 8,000 for the captain spot. So you'll only see them sitting about 6 for the regular. I really enjoyed that. And I know you haven't brought that up, but this guy up yet, but over the weekend, Derrick Rose, Andre Drummond. Those two guys are a great stack. I've always been a big fan of them so far this season, and I think that needs to continue to play. Those guys are Rose has not been caught up in the salary yet. Drummond's a pretty high pick. You'll have to spend a little bit on him, but those stacked together equal out to a nice little average median, and I really like those two.
All right, so let's get on to our On the Ice segment with Christian. I'm going to go ahead and let you take over, Christian.